Are you ready to be introduced to a tale so mysterious, so chilling, that it might just make you rethink everything you know about the world around you? Listen closely, as this is the story, The Veil Between Worlds. A legend rooted in whispers, shadowed in secrecy, and bathed in eternal enigma. Let the journey begin. Picture this: a quiet village named Darrow's End, teetering on the edge of existence, where winds seemed to carry secrets and every stone bore stories too heavy to tell. The centerpiece of this secluded place, the Evergrey Manor, an enormous estate that had stood for over 3 centuries. Its cracked windows and ivy-choked walls spoke of long-forgotten glories. Legend had it that the manor was a portal, a fissure where the fabric separating our world from another was the thinnest. Locals said that during the autumn equinox, when the harvest moon bathed the rocky cliffs in orange, anyone who entered the manor might not come out alone, or come out at all. History documents strange sightings near the estate, shadowy figures appearing in group photographs, flickering lights in sealed rooms, and murmurs in languages long dead. For years, the stories were dismissed as mere folklore, tales crafted to keep children from wandering into the collapsing estate. But things took a turn when a young historian named Nora Brennan, eager to debunk myths and publish her findings, made her way to Darrow's End. She was meticulous, rational, and armed with digital gadgets to document her experience. What she unearthed would haunt not just her, but everyone who ever came too close to the manor's mystery. Nora started her investigation with the villagers. The elder of the village, Agatha, warned her with eyes steeped in sorrow. The manor doesn't take kindly to trespassers. There's a balance, you see, and if you tip the scales by staying too long, the manor will remember. But Nora shrugged it off as the melodrama of an elderly woman. When she first stepped foot inside Evergrey Manor, the air felt thick, and the rooms seemed to exhale, as if the house itself acknowledged her arrival. Each step she took reverberated through the hollow halls, the echo almost louder than her actual movements. She noted scorch marks on one of the walls, curious symbols carved above every doorway. She assumed perhaps they were ancient protections. The deeper Nora ventured, the more peculiar her discoveries became. One of her first unsettling encounters was finding a small, gilded mirror that seemed to reflect not just her face, but an entire room behind her. A room that no longer existed. This, however, wasn't caught on video. Her camera refused to work the moment she turned it towards the artifact. Nora pressed on, finding a journal wedged between planks of a rotted-out floor. It belonged to Cecily Grayson, a woman who lived during the 1800s and was said to be the original inhabitant of Evergrey Manor. According to the tattered journal entries, Cecily described the veil, how she sensed beings beyond the material world brushing against her soul. They watch, they wait, they warn. One entry chillingly read, and a later entry said, "The portal invites, but one must be wary. For every passage you cross, another shadow follows." As the evening wore on and dusk enveloped the sky, Nora began hearing faint voices echoing down the halls, not in accusatory tones but whispers, all urging her to find balance. Emotions surged. Was this hysteria, sleep deprivation, or was the manor unraveling her psyche? She turned into what survivors talk about, the manor's fateful, empty hall, a room perpetually cold, though no logical source could explain the frigid air. In the center, laid untouched for years, was an old phonograph. When she cranked it, a haunting lullaby filled the room, heavy with melancholy, yet eerily serene. But almost as quickly as the tune began, there was silence, followed by Cecily Grayson's voice, distorted, but undoubtedly hers. "If you hear this, then you must know. Leave. Turn back. The balance has shifted. They see you." Just as the recording stopped, a figure in silhouette appeared at the entryway. It moved unnaturally, its limbs jerking like a poorly controlled marionette. Panic overtook Nora until suddenly she blacked out. When Nora came to, she was back at her hotel, her equipment intact but her mind fragmented. Disturbingly, her camera held images she never took. Blurry photographs of herself standing within Evergrey Manor, staring into a gilded mirror, while behind her, dozens of shadowed figures lurked. Nora left Darrow's End, but the villagers say Evergrey Manor remains waiting, unchanged. The legend now isn't just about a house or a portal, but about a warning. Once you step too close to the veil, it leaves its mark, and some may struggle all their lives to shake the shadows. So think twice before you step into the unknown. For in places like Darrow's End, the past isn't just remembered, it lives. Remember, sometimes it's not about what's on the other side, but what the other side brings to yours. Sleep well, if you can.